industrial policy is the most attractive industrial policy in this in country. We offer GST reimbursement on both inter as well as intra-state sales. None of the other states are offering that. Punjab Bureau of Investment Promotion, which was started 5 years ago, we are a single window, one-stop office where all the regulatory authorities of the state who have to give clearances are housed under one roof. And there is a chief executive officer. He is empowered to give all the clearances. It doesn't go to the respective departments.
For artificial intelligence, I think this provides very good scope for improving our sales effectiveness for the teams we have. Similarly, for Industry 4, I think here also smart factories are going to roll out customized solutions at a lesser cost, and that will help us in being competitive in the aftermarket. Till yesterday we were in XLMIS. Today we have, most of the companies have moved to real-time dashboards. And I think the future lies in AI, where we will have predictive kind of modeling, prescriptive and predictive kind of modeling, which will help us in sales forecasting and ensuring that the materials are available with our distributors as and when they require.
There is now much better availability of information with the retail network, with the distribution network, about inventory levels, about production plans of manufacturers, thanks to digital technology. Although we are just on the side of the hill, we are nowhere near the top of the hill in leveraging digital technology.
I think Automechanika here with ACMA, we see every year when it happens. So for us, it's a place where we collaborate together. All the aftermarket companies, all the professionals comes. It is a good chance for us to share our good practices, also our challenges, and how do we interact together to make a solution on it.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the new age of distribution and servicing. A 56,000 crore market spread across 600 districts in this country, with an effective vehicle park in 1,320 towns, reportedly profitable. It is going through the kind of change which this society has not seen for a while. The changes are because of A, the geographical distribution of the vehicle park in this country. Just 10 states account for 70% of the vehicle park. Within these 10 states, just a handful of streets which attract the maximum repair potential.
So we need to have internal trainings to our employees who does not sell combs, who sell automotive components with right knowledge, skills and sense. So can we encourage the customers to return to our brand with some value added, innovative loyalty and reward programs, but not by creating greed by only coupon and money and giving gifts.
Increasing technology content in vehicle, which becomes very, very difficult for the roadside garages to address the servicing aspects, so they probably over a period of time become irrelevant. When we talk of multi-brand workshops, how do we identify the right parts for the right vehicles? Product life cycles of the vehicles itself is becoming lesser and lesser. There are more launches happening every year. How do we continuously have this know-how on not only parts from our own brand, also the non-Bosch, in this case non-Bosch brands? So it's an intensely complex situation on identifying this, and we need to find a solution. There is opportunity when we talk of digitalization in terms of how do we have the right cataloging in place, how do we have the right IT tools in place.
Digitalization is expected to equate and create a level playing field between small players and large players in the business, and reason is pretty obvious, because mass customization being the future, the advantage of economy of scale is kind of getting eroded. So whoever can become innovative, whoever can become cost effective, efficiency driven and flexible, has a fair chance to play the market and compete with the biggest in the world. IoT, big data, cloud, cyber physical systems, robotics, 3D printing or additive manufacturing, simulation and system integration. Roughly these are the pillars, and combining these we can make frameworks which can help us in our business.
Just cannot buy out components from somewhere and assemble and say that you have got a brand and you'll build a brand. Not possible at all, firstly. Secondly, in our company, I will talk from my own experiences that we decided as a company that we will invest in research and development right from inception. In fact, if you take the electric vehicle industry players that were operating in 2008, there was about 68 manufacturers, which actually shrunk to about 4 or 5. Largely because of many issues, but we kind of hung on to the concept of innovation right from scratch. In fact, in India, if you look at it, we're the first company and the only company still doing chargers in India. So we wanted to focus on the BOM of the key parts. Key parts constitute 70% of the BOM cost, right? If you look at motor, controller, charger, DC-DC converter. We have done chargers, we have done DC-DC converters. Now we are actually moving to motor and controllers. So to answer your question, indigenization is one aspect where we truly invent something and indigenize in India itself. Secondly, localization of parts, tire, tube, mirror, shockers, everything is locally available, so you can standardize them.
In our company, we're not picking up data from the sophisticated machines at all. We are picking up data from manual machines. We are picking up data from simple molding machines. Now the process engineers, his objective is try to see the cycle time to be the lowest because he wants to prove his point that he's getting the best optimized production. The operator, on the other hand, wants to show that the cycle time is more, so that he wants to show a little lesser target in his production. And later on, when the night time is there or lunch time, he'll easily, fasten up the work there and then sleep for a while into those things. Now, these are very practical things which we were finding in our company. Quality problems coming up, efficiency is not matching, the required production not coming up, tool breakaging happening in between, material being wasted, all these activities. We put simple devices onto these machines. We just set up the cycle time onto it. We put simple switches, sensors onto it. We put up a device we made ourselves known as PCMD, Process Control Monitoring Device. All the cycle time of the mold closing and mold opening is being captured on these through the PCMD and is coming to our server. And the same server is again sending data back to the machine where the operator himself can see in front of him. Each cycle closes, he knows what cycle time is taken. It tells him what's the target production for his shift, how many he's made now. So now just by implementing this system, suddenly we felt that our production levels there has gone up by 30%. What we have is that we have created a software which we call it AWESOME, Operating System for Manufacturing. It has a module which is new product development. It takes us to the entire cycle of product development, which starts from the function study. When you get a drawing from the customer or sample or the customer's requirement or the concept, you put in what are the functions, primary functions, secondary functions. Then you go to the DVP. What are the DVP expectations for it? Once you move to that, automatically a QFD is prepared. Data from QFD is lifted to the DFMEA. Data from there goes to control plans. And by the end, it picks up the critical points. And by the time you finish off your activity of NPD, you already have the full set of PPAP documents ready with you, which is already created by a thought process, by a CFT. Using cross-functional team, you have created that information. So it's the entire activity of new product development. We have seen our time to market has reduced tremendously, and the quality of work has improved tremendously by using this, software of NPD.
We are trying through a process of ZDM and process of Industry 4.0 implementation to understand how we can improve our traceability of the component. Industry 4.0, there is no very clear prescription. It is something which has to be designed as per each company. It is to be decided by each of one of us who's working in their own places.
Look at your plant, you create a coverage map, you can do a digital maturity assessment and kind of find a gap analysis where the gaps are. Look at key focus areas. What are my key focus areas which I want to improve? Create a roadmap based on priorities and then start implementing the roadmap. In our own manufacturing, this is an example. We did the same for our own contactor manufacturing. This is contactor. We started with a digital twin of the product, to the digital twin of the production line, to the digital twin of the performance. And for us, the impact was, we were manufacturing 77 different product variants on 3 different lines. In the new line, we have one digital line and we are manufacturing 180 different products. Cycle time was 21 seconds. Now with the digital line, the cycle time is down to 9 seconds. In the cycle time of 21 seconds, we are doing 22 quality parameter checks. In the digital line, in 9 seconds, we are doing 68 quality parameter checks.
Definitely, you have started the digital journey by adopting ERP, CAD, CAM, CAE. All these are the building blocks towards the complete digitalization. So in the context of the newer business, in the global scenario, the businesses have changed. The old school thought, optimizing the resources or optimizing the cost and then try to give the best is gone. Today, world is revolving around abundance. There are opportunities, there are new markets, there is a huge market opening up in terms of new people, young people. The products are also getting very, very different. And around abundance, what happens is the mass customize, what I was explaining, n is equal to 1, is the order of the day. And it creates exponential value to an individual. But ultimately, if you want to harness the abundance, you need to connect your entire enterprise digitally, completely. Just by deploying the cyber physical systems and softwares, you will not get the complete exponential value. You will get certain value like MindSphere. MindSphere is a platform, but sky is the limit to take it to the next level by developing many apps on MindSphere and particularly solving the problems of a particular enterprise or a particular production shop.
Logistic solutions for the automotive industry, what automotive industry requirements are, how the customers are looking upon logistics at the moment as a very strong partner to Industry 4.0. With Logistics 4.0, they need transparency throughout the complete supply chain in terms of tracking, tracing.